They told him it was just age, low drive, weak mornings, not feeling like himself anymore. 3 months later, he wasn't in the ER for his heart, but for blocked blood flow in a place almost nobody talks about. Hi, I'm Dr. James Holloway, and today I'm revealing why aging isn't your enemy, but poor circulation is, and how something as ordinary as an egg could restore your vitality and intimacy after 60. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know the simple mistake that could be sabotaging you, and the exact egg-based strategy to fix it. Understanding the real issue. Most men over 60 automatically chalk up low energy, fuzzy thinking, and diminished sexual performance to the simple fact of getting older. They visit their doctor, describe their symptoms, and here, it's just age, as if the calendar alone dictates every change in their body. But decades of vascular research and thousands of patient encounters tell a different story. It's not the years themselves that are failing you. It's impaired blood circulation. As we age, our arteries naturally lose some of their elasticity. The inner lining endothelium becomes less flexible, and tiny deposits of plaque begin to build up along the vessel walls. Over time, these changes make the inside of your arteries narrower and stiffer, turning once smooth highways into traffic jams. When that happens, oxygen and vital nutrients struggle to reach your brain, muscles, and yes, the smaller, highly sensitive vessels responsible for sexual arousal and performance. Consider Michael, a 68-year-old electrical engineer and lifelong marathon runner who came to me convinced that his sudden stamina dip was just aging. He couldn't keep up his morning runs. His mind felt clouded by midday, and he experienced unexpected difficulties in the bedroom. An ultrasound of his pelvic vessels revealed significant arterial narrowing, a red flag not only for his intimate health, but also for pending cardiovascular issues. By addressing his endothelial health and improving his circulation through targeted lifestyle and nutritional changes, Michael regained his running pace, sharpened his focus, and restored his confidence, both on the road and at home. This example illustrates a critical point. Symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, cold extremities, and waning intimacy often share a common root: poor vascular function. Rather than accepting these as inevitable aspects of aging, it's vital to recognize them as signals from your body urging you to act. Improving circulation isn't about chasing youth. It's about restoring the natural flow your body was built to maintain. When blood can move freely through healthy, pliable vessels, every organ, from your heart and brain to your hands, feet, and most personal regions, receives the oxygen and nutrients it needs to thrive. In the next section, we'll explore the surprising role that a simple everyday food, eggs, can play in supporting this vital process. The hidden dangers of poor circulation. When blood vessels begin to stiffen and narrow, a process called arteriosclerosis, the consequences ripple throughout the body. Poor circulation doesn't just cause occasional cold fingers or fatigue. It undermines the function of vital organs and puts you at risk for serious health complications. Let's break down exactly how hardened arteries affect each system and why addressing circulation is so crucial. Heart strain and elevated blood pressure. Your heart is a pump designed to move blood through a network of flexible vessels. As these vessels lose elasticity, the heart must generate higher pressure to force blood through narrower channels. Over time, this constant overexertion can lead to chronically elevated blood pressure hypertension, increasing wear and tear on arterial walls. The result? Greater risk of heart attacks, heart failure, and persistent fatigue, because your heart is working harder than it was built to. Brain fog and cognitive decline. The brain consumes about 20% of your body's oxygen supply. When circulation is compromised, oxygen-deprived brain cells can't function optimally, leading to mental sluggishness, difficulty concentrating, and memory lapses. You might find yourself rereading the same paragraph or forgetting familiar names. Studies have linked long-term poor circulation to accelerated cognitive decline and even an increased risk of dementia, emphasizing that healthy blood flow is a cornerstone of mental acuity. Cold extremities and nerve sensations. Your hands and feet are the furthest points from the heart, so reduced blood flow often shows up there first. You may notice persistent coldness, tingling, or numbness in your toes and fingers, symptoms of peripheral artery disease. These sensations aren't just uncomfortable. They signal that tissues aren't receiving enough oxygen and nutrients, which over time can lead to wounds that heal slowly or, in severe cases, tissue damage. Sexual health and small vessel vulnerability. Erectile function relies on tiny blood vessels in the genital region, among the smallest in your body. Unfortunately, these are the first to succumb to reduced flow. Even slight arterial narrowing can hinder the surge of blood required for an erection, making performance unreliable and potentially eroding confidence and intimacy. Recognizing this link means you can treat sexual dysfunction as an early warning sign of broader vascular issues. Scientific insight. A 2023 study in the Journal of Vascular Health found that interventions targeting endothelial function, the health of the vessel lining, can reduce erectile dysfunction symptoms by up to 40% in men over 60. This research underscores that by improving circulation at its root, you not only boost sexual performance, but also protect your heart, brain, and extremities from the hidden dangers of arterial stiffness. 3. Eggs, a counterintuitive ally. When eggs first rose to nutritional fame, health authorities warned us to limit them to avoid high cholesterol. For decades, the egg was maligned as a cardiovascular villain. Yet emerging research and real-world patient outcomes tell a very different story. Whole eggs are a nutritional powerhouse that can actively support vascular health, hormone balance, and ultimately improve both your energy levels and intimate function. Let's break down the key components and see why eggs deserve a place on your plate, especially after 60. 1. Choline, the endothelial protector. Choline is an essential nutrient that most of us don't get enough of. It plays a critical role in maintaining the integrity of the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. Healthy endothelial cells produce nitric oxide more efficiently, helping vessels relax and expand. Without sufficient choline, the endothelium can become dysfunctional, leading to impaired circulation and higher cardiovascular risk. 2. Arginine, fuel for nitric oxide production. Arginine is an amino acid that serves as the direct precursor to nitric oxide, the molecule your body uses to dilate blood vessels. Higher nitric oxide levels translate to improved blood flow, reduced stiffness in arteries, and better delivery of oxygen and nutrients to every tissue, including your brain and the tiny vessels that mediate erections. 3. B vitamins, oxygen delivery champions. Eggs are rich in several B vitamins, especially B2 riboflavin, B5 pantothenic acid, and B12 cobalamin. These vitamins support the formation and function of red blood cells, ensuring they carry oxygen efficiently throughout your body. When your tissues receive oxygen-rich blood, you feel more alert, your muscles perform better, and your overall stamina improves. 4. Healthy fats, hormone, and membrane support. Whole eggs contain monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that contribute to healthy hormone production. Testosterone, estrogen, and other steroid hormones are synthesized from cholesterol and fatty acids. By providing high-quality fats, eggs help maintain balanced hormone levels critical for energy, mood, and reproductive health. Additionally, these fats integrate into cell membranes, preserving their fluidity and function. Patient story: Howard's transformation. Howard, a 72-year-old retired school teacher, epitomized the skip breakfast generation. For years, he thought that a cup of coffee was enough to start his day. He noticed his hands and feet remained cold. His mind felt sluggish by mid-morning, and his once steady intimacy with his wife felt forced. At my suggestion, Howard began eating 2 pasture-raised eggs each morning, gently poached and served alongside a handful of spinach. Within 2 weeks, he reported that his extremities felt noticeably warmer by mid-afternoon. His mental clarity had sharpened, and he and his wife rediscovered the spark they feared was gone. Over the next month, Howard's energy level stabilized, and he no longer needed his mid-morning coffee boost. This simple change didn't just improve his circulation, it reignited his confidence. By embracing the overlooked potential of eggs, you can harness these 4 powerful nutrients every morning. Next, we'll explore how to prepare eggs to maximize these benefits and avoid the common pitfalls that can turn this superfood into a missed opportunity. For the pitfall of wrong preparation. Adding eggs to your daily routine is an excellent step toward better circulation and overall health. But it's only half the battle. How you cook and accompany your eggs can make or break their benefits. Here are the most common mistakes I see, why they undermine your efforts, and how to avoid them. High-temperature frying in processed oils. Many of us grew up watching eggs sizzle in a hot pan loaded with vegetable oil. Unfortunately, oils like canola, soybean, and corn oil contain unstable polyunsaturated fats that oxidize at high temperatures. Oxidized fats generate free radicals and inflammatory compounds that damage the endothelium, the very lining you're trying to protect. Inflammation narrows vessels, increases plaque buildup, and sets the stage for hypertension and heart disease. Avoidance tip: use heat-stable, minimally processed fats such as extra virgin olive oil or grass-fed butter. Keep the temperature at medium or medium-low to prevent the fat from smoking and oxidizing. Pairing eggs with processed meats. It's a classic breakfast combo: eggs and bacon, sausage, or ham. But processed meats are often pumped with sodium, nitrates, and saturated fats. High sodium levels draw water into the bloodstream, raising blood pressure, while nitrates and preservatives contribute to oxidative stress and arterial stiffening. The saturated fats in those cured meats further constrict blood vessels, negating the potential circulatory benefits of your eggs. Avoidance tip: instead of bacon or sausage, pair eggs with fresh, minimally processed proteins, such as smoked salmon, sliced turkey breast, or even a handful of nuts on the side. Overcooking eggs. Cooking eggs until they're dry or brown may give you crispy edges, but it also destroys heat-sensitive nutrients. Choline and B vitamins begin to degrade at high temperatures, and extended cooking can denature the proteins that support nitric oxide production. What was meant to be a circulation-boosting meal can end up nutrient-poor and harder to digest. Avoidance tip: opt for poaching or soft boiling to lock in moisture and preserve key vitamins. If you prefer scrambled eggs, cook them low and slow, gently stirring over moderate heat just until they set, neglecting complementary nutrients. Eggs deliver choline and arginine, but they work best when paired with other circulation-supporting foods. Skipping vegetables or healthy fats can limit your results. For instance, leafy greens provide natural nitrates that amplify nitric oxide, while avocado offers monounsaturated fats that support hormone balance. Avoidance tip: create a balanced plate. Eggs plus a handful of spinach or kale, half an avocado, and a sprinkle of anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric and black pepper. Key takeaway: preparation matters. Even the healthiest foods can backfire if cooked improperly or paired with the wrong ingredients. By avoiding high-heat processed oils, processed meats, and overcooking, and by including complementary nutrients, you ensure your morning eggs work as your ally, not your adversary. 5 safe, effective egg strategies. When it comes to leveraging eggs as a cardiovascular and vitality booster, the details of preparation matter just as much as the ingredients themselves. Here are 5 practical, science-backed strategies to ensure you get the full benefit from your morning eggs. 1. Gentle cooking. Poach or soft boil. Poaching and soft boiling are the gentlest methods for cooking eggs, preserving heat-sensitive nutrients like choline and B vitamins. In poaching, you crack an egg into barely simmering water and cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, just until the white firms around a still, runny yolk. Soft boiling. Placing eggs in boiling water for 5 to 6 minutes, followed by an ice water bath, yields similar results. These methods minimize oxidation and nutrient loss, delivering intact proteins and essential compounds directly to your system. 2. Low and slow scramble. If you prefer scrambled eggs, resist the urge to crank up the heat. Instead, use a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil or grass-fed butter in a non-stick pan over medium-low heat. Beat your eggs lightly, then pour them into the warmed fat. Stir gently and continuously, removing the pan from heat just before the eggs look fully set. They'll finish cooking off heat. This low and slow approach prevents overheating, protects delicate nutrients, and yields a creamy texture that's easier to digest and more enjoyable to eat. 3. Add nitrate-rich greens. Pairing eggs with leafy greens like spinach or kale supercharges your nitric oxide production. These greens are naturally rich in dietary nitrates, which gut bacteria convert into nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. To make a simple power breakfast, sauté a handful of chopped spinach or kale in the same pan right after cooking your eggs. The residual heat wilts the greens without overcooking them, preserving their nutrient punch. 4. Include healthy fats. Half an avocado alongside your eggs provide the healthy dose of monounsaturated fats, which support balanced testosterone levels and optimize cell membrane fluidity. These fats also help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D, E, and K, nutrients that contribute to cardiovascular health. Slice or mash the avocado and serve it with a squeeze of lemon for added antioxidant support. 5. Turmeric plus black pepper. A simple sprinkle of turmeric delivers curcumin, a potent anti-inflammatory compound shown to improve endothelial function. To enhance curcumin's absorption, add a pinch of freshly ground black pepper, which contains piperine. This dynamic duo helps quell inflammation in the arterial lining, further promoting smooth blood flow. Science note: nitric oxide production peaks approximately 30 to 45 minutes after consuming arginine-rich foods, like eggs and nitrate-rich greens. This timing aligns perfectly with your morning routine, ensuring your vessels stay relaxed and your circulation remains optimized well into the day. 6. Integrating into a broader lifestyle. Eggs can be a powerful cornerstone in your quest to restore healthy circulation and vitality, but they're not a standalone cure. To unlock their full potential, it's essential to weave them into a holistic, health-focused routine. Let's explore 3 key pillars: movement, hydration, and stress management, and see how they complement your morning egg ritual. 1. Daily movement. Physical activity is one of the most effective ways to boost blood flow. Just 20 minutes of walking, cycling, or light resistance training each day stimulates vascular function by increasing nitric oxide production and encouraging vessel elasticity. For best results, aim for moderate intensity, enough to raise your heart rate and make you breathe more deeply, but still allow you to hold a conversation. Pro tip: incorporate micro-workouts into your day. A brisk 5-minute walk after each meal can sustain improved circulation throughout the afternoon. 2. Hydration. Blood viscosity rises when you're even mildly dehydrated, making it harder for your heart to pump and slowing circulation. A simple rule of thumb is to drink roughly half your body weight in ounces of water daily. For example, if you weigh 160 pounds, aim for about 80 ounces or 2.4 liters of fluid each day. Spread this intake evenly. Start your morning with a tall glass of water before breakfast. Sip steadily throughout the day, and top off with another glass before bed. Pro tip: infuse water with lemon or cucumber slices to encourage sipping and add electrolytes without sugary sports drinks. 3. Stress management. Chronic stress spikes cortisol levels, which over time damages the endothelium and contributes to arterial stiffness. Incorporating mindfulness techniques such as guided meditation, box breathing, inhale for 4 counts, hold 4, exhale for 4, hold 4, or even a peaceful walking meditation can lower cortisol and protect your vascular lining. Pro tip: schedule a garden meditation each morning. After soft-boiled eggs, spend 15 minutes walking slowly among plants, focusing on your breath and the sensory details around you. Real-life example: Tom's transformation. Tom, a 68-year-old architect, struggled with borderline hypertension and persistent fatigue. When he began pairing his soft-boiled morning eggs with a daily walking meditation in his backyard, he saw remarkable changes. Within 2 weeks, his blood pressure readings dropped from an average of 145/90 mmHg to 130/80 mmHg. He reported feeling more alert, less stressed, and noticed that his hands and feet stayed warmer throughout the day. Putting it all together: morning routine. Start with 2 gently cooked eggs, a large glass of water, and a 15-minute garden walk, focusing on breath. Midday boost. Take a brisk 5-minute walk after lunch. Drink another glass of water. Evening, wind down. Practice box breathing for 5 minutes before dinner and hydrate again. By integrating eggs into a lifestyle that prioritizes movement, hydration, and stress management, you create a synergistic effect that amplifies circulation, energy, and overall well-being. Start with one change at a time and build toward this balanced routine. Your heart, brain, and intimate health will thank you. 7. A clear takeaway. Your body isn't conceding defeat, it's sending you a message. Pay attention and take action. Poor circulation is not an unchangeable fate. In fact, the vascular system is remarkably adaptable when given the right support. By making small, targeted adjustments to your daily routine, starting first thing in the morning. You can nudge your blood vessels back toward flexibility and resilience. Why it matters. Every aspect of your health, from mental clarity and muscular strength to sexual function and emotional well-being, relies on efficient blood flow. When circulation improves, oxygen and nutrients flood into your tissues, powering your brain, warming your extremities, and fueling intimate moments. Conversely, ignoring these signals only allows stiffness and plaque to build up further, making later interventions more difficult. 3 pillars for success. Breakfast as a launch pad. Begin with gentle nutrient-preserving egg preparations. Poached or soft-boiled eggs supply choline, arginine, B vitamins, and healthy fats that directly support your endothelium. Hydrate and move. Drink a full glass of water alongside breakfast, and follow it with a short walk or light stretch routine. Hydration thins the blood. Movement stimulates nitric oxide production and vessel elasticity. Manage stress. Incorporate a 2-minute breathing exercise or a brief moment of mindfulness before you dive into your day. Lowering cortisol shields your arteries from chronic inflammation. Your 7-day challenge. Tomorrow morning, replace your usual toast or cereal with 2 gently poached eggs served alongside sautéed spinach and sliced avocado. Keep a simple journal. Note your energy levels, mental focus, mood, and warmth in your hands and feet when you wake, mid-morning, and late afternoon. Continue this routine for 7 consecutive days. By the end of the week, you'll have concrete feedback on how these focused, manageable changes impact your vitality. Remember, transformation isn't about leaps. It's about consistent, small steps that create lasting momentum. Your circulatory health and the quality of every moment that blood flow supports depend on what you do today. Call to action. If this message struck a chord, please hit like to let me know you found it valuable. Share this video with a friend, brother, or father who deserves to feel stronger, sharper, and more confident every day. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss another science-backed tip designed specifically for men over 60. Your engagement helps this community grow and ensures more guys get the support they need. Finally, drop a 1 in the comments below if you're committed to reclaiming your energy and intimacy. I read every response and use your feedback to craft even better content. Together, we'll keep this conversation alive and empower each other to live our best lives, one healthy habit at a time.